to the Fort Worth Chamber's 12th State of Education Luncheon. Would you please help me welcome Dr. Pat Linares and her kids.
Thank you all for the very warm welcome. As you can tell, helping me today are more than 30 of our students from Fort Worth ISD. Students, of course, we are always proud of you, and you have done a wonderful job, and I'm thanking you in advance for the success today. But getting down to business, in case you haven't noticed, at a time when most urban districts are losing students, Fort Worth ISD is growing. As of this morning, our enrollment has hit 86,221. This is an increase of more than 1,500 students from last year, where we had 84,714. Our latest breakdown shows our student population is composed of 62% Hispanic, 22% African American, 11% white, 2% Asian and other students. 77.5% of our students qualify for free and reduced lunch, and 30% of our students are English language learners. I'm happy to report much academic success as well. The Texas Education Agency released accountability ratings in August. These showed that the Fort Worth ISD has made continuous improvement in student performance, even as the accountability expectations continue to rise. In the current school system of accountability, schools and districts are rated as met standard or improvement required. We are pleased that the district met standard on each of the 4 accountability indexes. 90% of our students met or exceeded the state standards for Index 1, student achievement. 95% of our schools met or exceeded Index 2, which is student progress. 87% met Index 3, which is closing our achievement gap, and 92% of our schools met Index 4, college and career readiness. Out of the 129 campuses that receive a rating, we had 105 rated met expectations or met standard. The state also recognizes outstanding achievement by individual campuses by issuing what they call distinction designations in the domains of academic performance, post-secondary readiness, student progress, and closing the achievement gap. I'm happy to announce that 56 of our campuses received a total of 142 distinction designations, and that's a lot to be proud of. Thank you, campuses. Despite our successes, we had 24 campuses that were rated improvement required. While that is an improvement over the 28 from last year, we expect each and every one of our campuses to not only meet standard, but to exceed it. And right now we have staff, principals, and teachers working diligently toward that goal. Many of those campuses missed the MET standard by only 1 point. As a district and a community, we monitor many other critical success factors. There are other advanced measures to celebrate. We now offer the SAT test to all of our juniors. Last year, we increased the percent of students taking the SAT from 82% to 91%. And even while increasing the number of students taking the test, students showed gains in their math and their writing scores. Our advanced placement program is thriving. Over the last 2 years, the number of AP scores that qualify for college credit has doubled to more than 1,800. This is in large part due to the support of local foundations through the National Math and Science Initiative Grant. Fort Worth ISD collaborates with Tarrant County College to offer growing dual credit program. 5 years ago, only about 100 students participated in our dual credit programs. This year, we have more than 1,600 students earning dual credits. Students enrolling in dual credits receive both high school and college credits. Conservatively speaking, the 11,805 dual credits that our students received last year can potentially save our families more than $5 million in students' college tuition. Career and technical education in the district is also flourishing. Last year, graduating students earned nearly 900 licensures and certifications that allow them to enter the job market with professional salaries as soon as they graduate. This year, we had our first 2 students graduate with an associate's degree from TCC before they graduated with their high school diploma. These numbers will only increase as our early college high schools grow and mature. We are collaborating more than ever with our families and our community partners. We've reorganized our departments charged with doing that. We are now connecting with more parents where they live, on the internet, through social media, and reaching out into our neighborhoods. Our parent portal allows our parents real-time access to their child's grades, their attendance, and much other information. And every campus now has a family communications liaison, someone who will be working with and for the families in their neighborhoods. We're working very hard to match all of our schools with community partners, and we're seeing great results, thanks to many of you here in the room. The district has received almost $1.4 million in partner cash and in-kind donations in the last year. Community leaders have established an educational foundation to further support our standards. Mr. Pence was addressing that earlier, and thank you for bringing it up. It is very important to our students in our district. In January of 2013, many of you participated in a 3-day meeting to create a strategic plan for Fort Worth ISD. You worked alongside our administrators, our teachers, our parents, and yes, our students, to develop a dynamic strategic plan that reflects our 4 district goals. The district goals, as you will see on the monitor, that you helped us establish were, of course, increasing student achievement, improving our operation and effectiveness, and enhancing family and community engagement, and developing a workforce that is not only student-centered, but also customer-centered. We are steadfast in our commitment to the strategic plan and to the Baldrige model of continuous improvement, which so many of you have helped to endorse. Almost a year ago, on Tuesday, November 5th, you helped us pass the largest bond election in the state of Texas, and by the largest margin of any such measure on that ballot that day. Our $489 million capital improvement program is well underway, and we are excited about what your vote of confidence is bringing to our district and our city. Over the next few years, the district will build Performing and Visual Arts Academy, a STEM school, and 2 new elementary schools. We are implementing state-of-the-art security systems to ensure our students' safety, and much technology that will make our schools truly 21st century places of learning. One of these bond-funded initiatives will be our district-wide digital initiative that will provide students and teachers with the latest technology for use in their classrooms. You'll also be seeing more virtual learning as part of our classroom instruction. And with our district-wide pre-kindergarten, students will get their educational experience off to the right start. We all know that a sound early childhood education can make all of the difference in a child's success. Following the path of our highly successful 2007 Capital Improvement Program, our current bond will continue our commitment to community stakeholders' checks and balances, to our transparency, and to the efficiency of how it is run. I'm also pleased to tell you that the process to select a new superintendent for Fort Worth ISD is underway. Just this week, many of you in this room participated in one of the 29 meetings and forums that we held so that you could share your perspectives regarding the qualities and the characteristics that you would like to see in a new superintendent. Our board members and the representatives from the executive search firm Ray & Associates led multiple hour-long meetings to gather your input. The board's goal and timeline is to identify the new superintendent by late January or early February. I know this, whoever our new superintendent will be, he or she will take the helm of not only one of the fastest growing urban districts, but one of the most innovative and progressive. An example of great things happening here in the district is our Gold Seal programs and our schools of choice. Implemented 4 years ago, this spring, we will see our first graduating class with the Gold Seal on their diplomas. From our elementary programs, such as the B Sharp program, which is turning our youngest students into musical virtuosos, to the middle school and high school programs, where our older kids are exploring aviation, engineering, the culinary arts, public safety, and many other pathways, preparing them for success in college and careers. This is a true success story for our community. And every year, we are seeing more and more students coming from other districts and from private schools to take advantage of our unique Gold Seal educational programs. We feel that with our Gold Seal programs, with our commitment to the arts, quality pre-K, and continuous improvement, and of course with our work with you, our incredible community partners, the Fort Worth ISD has never been better positioned for excellence. This is reflected in the annual report that you have at your table today, along with our Gold Seals Choices catalog. Our report this year is interactive and features video components, which you can access via your phone or other devices. But rather than have me stand up here and tell you all about it, today we're going to allow a few others to share with you their insights on the state of education in the Fort Worth ISD. We will begin with a member of our Gold Seals program of choice in broadcast journalism. She is also a member of the nationally known award-winning Advanced Media Program, or AMP. AMP began 8 years ago and has launched the careers of several broadcast professionals. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Ashley Ashworth.
When I joined AMP, I was introduced to what I want to do in life. I've been in the media program at Southwest High School for 3 years now, and it's like my family. In the first 6 weeks at AMP, I've directed and anchored live newscasts. I also ran a really heavy camera at a major district event that was streamed live. That's amazing for a high school student. What other student gets to say they've done all this? I chose to be in the Gold Seal program at Southwest because I knew that whatever I wanted to be in life, it would be important. And in a world centered around technology, AMP provided me with all the information I needed to know to excel. Our AMP alumni is already showing their success. In just 8 years, former students have won Emmy Awards, are working in numerous Spanish and English-speaking television stations, and are earning major scholarship money for their colleges. AMP has placed first in the state of Texas and in the top 4 in the nation 4 years in a row. These accomplishments are because of our dedication. My instructor, Ms. Dupree, cares about her students so much that she provides us all with individual opportunities to excel themselves. We all take this very seriously, and I love the professionalism of all the students. After graduation, I'm hoping to attend TCU and major in broadcast journalism. And after being an AMP, I definitely want a career either on camera or behind the scenes directing. This is a school-based program, but I'm getting real-world experience, and I know that the skills I learned in Fort Worth ISD and through the AMP program will help me reach my goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley, and I know how nerve-wracking it is to stand up here in front of everybody. Next up, we have Jackson Roblo, a 6th grader. Mr. Pence addressed a little bit earlier, but he is a 6th grader at our newest Gold Seal program of School of Choice, the World Languages Institute. Jackson has been in our Spanish immersion program since he was in kindergarten and is continuing his language of study in middle school. Jackson.
The World Languages Institute is a dream come true for me. As a Spanish immersion student back in elementary school, I knew I wanted to continue my bilingual studies all the way through middle school and high school, and even work toward my goal of becoming trilingual. I want to share very briefly, first in Spanish, then in English, what I've accomplished so far, what I'm looking forward to at WLI, and what are my goals after graduation. Hasta ahora, además de español, he aprendido a aceptar cambios y apreciar más gente y actividades diversas. Mi meta es aprender y tener fluidez en francés, mandarín y holandés al terminar mi escuela secundaria. Después de completar WLI, mis metas son estudiar en NYU, graduarme con un diploma en el campo de teatro, vivir en París por 2 años, tener una carrera en que hago negocios en varios idiomas y vivir en mi mansión de $1 millón. So far, in addition to learning Spanish, I have learned to accept change and really appreciate diversity of people and activities. My goal is to learn and be fluent in French, Mandarin, and Dutch by the end of high school. After completing WLI, my goals are to study at NYU, to major in theater, to live in Paris for 2 years, to have a job where I'm doing business in different languages, and to live in a $1 million mansion.
Thank you, Jackson. He is extremely impressive, as are all of our children. Now, we'll hear from 2 recent outstanding graduates, one at the United States Military Academy at West Point, and the other now attending Harvard.
I actually got a call from Representative Kay Granger's office a week or 2 before I got the actual paper notification. When I heard, it was just so exciting, you know. I didn't think anything like that was going to happen to me. There's a whole lot of benefits that a lot of kids don't see in ROTC. They develop leadership skills, communication skills, overall just essential skills to be a good citizen and person in life. So I used to be pretty nervous talking in front of crowds, but you know, I can do it with pretty much ease now. Every year we march during the Veterans Day Parade, the entire Corps of Cadets. And you know, it's a fun time. We get to go outside, we get to march, we get to show our stuff. We also get to do jodies, which are sayings you say while you march, and those are always fun. See which school is louder than the other.
First to go, steal the show. How do you think you got to know? Take no mess, we'll pass the test. Southwest Raiders are the best. Hoo-ah, Southwest.
That's our school chant.
I didn't make a strict plan, like I didn't say I'm going to do A, then I'm going to get to B, but I wanted to set myself up to do great things. I wanted to take the challenging courses and make myself look good for the future. There's no difference between me and anyone else who goes to my school. We're in the same circumstances, we have the same resources, so I feel like I'm an example that if you're determined and you have a set goal and you strive to achieve it, you can make it. History is great. It's a big story. It's the story of the world. And it tells us why things are the way they are right now. When I get my history major, I plan to go to law school and then hopefully become a criminal defense lawyer. I hope to provide that service and contribute in that way to society.
Now, it is my pleasure to introduce a young woman who attends our early college medical school, the Texas Academy of Biomedical Sciences, commonly known as TABS. TABS is the result of a collaboration between the UNT Health Science Center, the University of North Texas, Tarrant County College, and Fort Worth ISD. Here's Celeste Rivera to tell you all about it. Celeste?
At the Texas Academy of Biomedical Sciences, I truly believe I've been given an amazing opportunity. I love to try and learn new things, and because of TABS, I've learned how to be more responsible and more independent. I've grown and learned to become a leader and put others before myself. I've also learned the importance of time management and networking while taking college classes and extracurricular activities. As you can see, the benefit of TABS goes way beyond the classroom. We are given so many opportunities to help better and push ourselves. Students are involved and begin early on planning and taking ownership of their education, like getting the option of earning college credit. My dream is to go to the Ivy League school, the University of Pennsylvania, and to major in veterinary medicine and psychology. As a child, I always knew I wanted to be a vet, and now I get to try and learn new things before even getting to college because of this school. Some of my favorite things about TABS is the small size of the classrooms and how much the teachers and staff cares about the students and are willing to help in any way they can. As sophomore class president, student council historian, UV4C historian, TABS Sikh representative, and Spanish Honor Society member, I strive to learn and push myself to be the best person I can possibly be and represent TABS in the best light. I am a proud TABS tornado.
Thank you, Celeste. We'll now hear from another student via video who graduated from Eastern Hills High School this year with big success and even bigger dreams. Here's Azure Badger.
I'm very involved with student government, my National Honor Society chapter, tennis. I've been involved with anything, if you can name it. I try to make sure anything I want to be involved with, I have some kind of leadership roles. Without all the leadership roles people have given me, the opportunity to express how much I can do would not have come. If you choose to change something, if you want to join band and join the choir and then turn around and go play a couple sports, go for it. Nobody's going to be able to say you didn't do anything. I want to major in biochemistry, get my bachelor's of science in that, then go from there and get my master's in pathology. And then from there, get my doctorate in pharmaceutical pathology, because I want to study diseases and ultimately run the CDC, but that's a different story.
I think the CDC is going to be very lucky to have Azure there. We're also thrilled today to recognize and hear from some of the many district partners and adult leaders who make a difference in the state of education in Fort Worth, Texas. We cannot do this alone, so all of our partners, the adult leaders, the people who have come and joined us, make a tremendous difference in the lives of each of these children that you are looking at today. Their commitment to our district and our city is phenomenal. Let's take a look at them.
When Bass Hall was opened in 1998, we had realized several years before that we wanted to share that hall and music with the children in Fort Worth. So we went to the Fort Worth ISD and talked to them about how, with a partnership, could we make this happen. And they agreed to mandate that every child in the Fort Worth ISD come to one of our performing arts programs every year, 1 through 5. So we bring in more than 70,000 students a year. One of the most exciting parts of their visit to the hall is when they're seated, when the program's beginning to start, and the lights go down, and you hear a ah, and they're all just waiting to see what's going to happen on that stage.
It isn't like I give them the horn and then I go, hey, see you later. It isn't like that at all. We sit down and we talk about stuff like, if I give you this, what you gonna do with it? Or we talk about what level they want to get to. All I do is challenge them to be who they are. The responsibility of having a horn from somebody else that's not a parent, that's not the school, somebody that just believes that they can do something, makes it a huge difference in anybody's life, don't you think? In today's world, it's really important because most kids grow up playing with computers. Their best friend isn't the guy next door anymore. It's the computer that they deal with. So what's going to bring them back into this space? Music.
We all see the success of the Fort Worth ISD is key for the future of this community. Today, for a child to have an opportunity to be self-supporting in this 21st century economy, education is absolutely essential. A strong back just won't get you where a strong back once got you. It's hard when you consider the budget crunch that all school districts are under to do some of these innovative things that Fort Worth ISD has done. And that's a great role for foundation support or private philanthropy to give the school district a chance to try new things, different things that aren't just the same old way of trying to meet the educational needs of our kids.
So I take an orange and I imagine this as our students' potential. And at first they all sort of look very similar, there's slight differences, and it's really cool to think about what the orange could be. The orange could become orange juice, which I'm kind of thirsty right now, so that'd be awesome. They could make nice, sweet, tasty cake. It could make all sorts of really cool things. But what I really want to think about when I think about students' potential is the seeds inside. And I really want to come to the understanding that each student's potential has the ability to create all these other potentials in other students. And so we have one orange, but really this could become an orchard. You plant those seeds and they have oranges and those oranges have seeds. And if we think of students in this respect of having all of this potential within them to affect the world, then changing the world doesn't seem so far away. It really does seem like we can do it. It seems tangible.
I'd like to thank these individuals, and I believe that some of them are here today. I think I saw Freddie here earlier, and of course Pete Guerin. And they are an example of what each and every one of you have done to help us out. And so thank you very much. They are a true inspiration. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to a very special young man. A few weeks ago, this individual delivered a message to the faculty of Arlington Heights High School, and we've asked him to share just a bit of that message with you today. Would you welcome to the stage Demerick Ross?
For years upon years, the progress of public schools have thrived in the support and involvement of community partners. It is my esteemed pleasure and honor as a 16-year-old junior at Arlington Heights High School to challenge each and every potential partner of the Fort Worth Independent School District to be more than their job titles. I challenge restaurant owners to be more than restaurant owners. I challenge businessmen to be more than businessmen, CEOs more than CEOs. I triple dog dare each and every one of you to make every impact, every effort on your part, to pour into your future employees, pour into your future lawyers, architects, businessmen, pour into your future politicians, surgeons, financial advisors, pour into me. And let me assure you, there is no greater feeling from a student's perspective than knowing that there is someone somewhere in a world clouded by selfishness that cares enough about you to sow into your well-being. So today, at this moment, the ball is in your court. It's fourth quarter and the time is running out. And you have to decide, will you get in the game, or is the sideline view good enough for you? Thank you.
Every time I hear Demeric speak, he just gives me chills, and I cannot thank you enough for sharing your gift with us. And thank you all sitting behind me for helping me share this message today. Your many voices and your many points of view truly reflect the state of education in Fort Worth ISD. As we were planning this, I thought, one of the things that we talked about was you can sit and you can listen to me for 30 minutes, or you could actually enjoy yourselves and listen to students. So I hope that our thought process of bringing our children to you was helpful. We sincerely appreciate the support Fort Worth ISD receives from each of you in the room. And we felt that bringing our message this way would give you a truer understanding of where we are and where we are going. We will conclude our program with one more group of talented students who I believe will be making their way up to the stage. Our Mariachi Escuelas de Plata of Northside High School. Under the direction of Ramon Niño, they have received numerous state and national honors this last year, including an invitation to play at Carnegie Hall last summer. We will conclude our time together with a musical tribute to each and every one of you in appreciation of your generous support of the children, the parents, the families, and the employees of Fort Worth ISD. If you please, mariachis.
Cuando te empecé a querer, un beso a la medianoche y el otro al amanecer. Ay, la, 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 ay, la, 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 la. 0 de la mañana, préstame tu claridad. Ay, la, 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 ay, la, 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 la. Para seguirle los pasos a esa joven que hoy se va. Ay, ay, ay.